Running.
Yes.
Okay, please always look at the camera.
Okay.
Okay, I wish to share what I know about the universal claim. Among the message believers, they have a teaching coming from the prophet about Adam losing his birthright. It's a type and shadow from Esau losing it to Jacob. How did Adam lose his birthright? When he purposely, arbitrarily disobeyed God. So, when Adam disobeyed God, he surrendered the title deed. The term was not original from Brother Branham. The term title deed comes from Larkins. You agree? You should research where he learned others. And there's nothing wrong with the term, but it's a good term. Because this title deed, it is the little book in the hand of Jesus Christ in Revelation chapter 5. So, when you say universal claim, it's the claim of the world. So when Adam lost the title deed, temporarily, the enemy took control again of the planet. The enemy is Satan. He wants control the planet. Ezekiel 27, or 28 or 27? 28. Just write it down for reference. Now, when he fell, he did not fall after man, like Genesis 6. He fell before man. When Lucifer fell, became Satan, he lost the title deed to the planet. But the planet was cursed. Now, the planet was gradually regenerated, restored, in Genesis chapter 1, verses 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that. Verses 3, 4, 5. So, starting from verse 4. So, it could be prepared for the dominion of Adam. Take note of the verse. Open up Genesis 1:28. Have dominion over them. Have dominion over them. That dominion is the title deed. He's supposed to be the headship of all creation on earth. Now, fast forward. He lost the title deed, and Jesus Christ paid with His blood the title deed at Calvary. When Jesus Christ said, "It is finished," it is not just to redeem the church, the bride. It is also to redeem the whole world. Unbelievers included. The whole earth will be redeemed. What is that verse? Romans chapter, write it down. Could you adapt young people to write it down? Signal me every 5 minutes so I know which one. So let's say 15, 10, 5. Okay. Now, it's already 15? 3 minutes? Okay. So please write it down. Romans chapter 8 verse 20. Up to 25. So, everyone was born in vanity, not willingly. In the next verse, the whole world is waiting for the manifestations of the sons of God to release what? The whole world from bondage. Take note, as believers, as the bride, not just Jesus Christ, He will pass the dominion to the bride, that the whole world rests upon not just Jesus Christ, but the bride church. So, let me draw up a timeline here. This is Calvary. This is the church ages. This is the tribulation period. The whole time of this, the whole period of time, this is where the title deed will be unfolded, will be redeemed. It takes 2,000 years. It takes 2,000 years. Because it's going to take from how many nations and tongues. Those that will be 10 minutes, 5 minutes already, okay. So, when Adam lost, Jesus Christ will redeem it. That is the picture in Revelation chapter 5. In Revelation chapter 5, God the Father was sitting on the throne. That's how Brother Branham explained it. Then Jesus Christ, as the Lamb of God, came. I'd like to insert the explanation of the oneness. It was Jesus Christ sitting on the throne. He is both the Father and the Son. But the prophet explained it better. It was not just the Father that sat on the throne. And no one had the right to open the book. Please write the verse down. So please read it at your home. Discuss it later. In Revelation chapter 5, John cried because no one was found worthy to open the book except the one that overcame by the blood of the Lamb, Jesus Christ, by His blood. So, He came and took the book from the hand of the Father. That means to say, the Father gave to Him authority after He overcame. Remember, what happens to Jesus Christ happens to the bride. We must overcome, and we will inherit all things. Even the kingdom, the rulership of the world. We're talking universal claim. Okay? So, when Christ said, all power and authority has been given to me by the Father, that was the time He took the book. Take note, that vision is not a literal vision that's actually taking place. There's no beast that looks, when this lamb looks, having 7 eyes, 7 horns, 7 mouths. It looks like a freak. So, it is a vision of Jesus Christ having His ministry in the 7. Why is it 7 eyes, 7 horns, 7 mouths? There's the 7 spirits before the throne of God. There are the 7 angels, which will be eventually the 7 thunders in Revelation 10. When Christ will be coming down in Revelation chapter 10, He had the book open. What was that book? That was the same book in Revelation chapter 5. That's the title deed. That's the claim. That's the universal claim. The title deed for the world. Now, when He received power and authority, it starts from the church. Then, after the tribulation period, it's now for the whole world. Well, after the millennium, what will be the claim? The whole universe. Natural, mortal men that will be justified, I'm talking of those that will be born in the millennium, they can explore space by Star Trek technology. But the bride, in the twinkling of an eye, can just zip over to the other side of the universe. So imagine the glorious destiny we had for the church. The universal claim includes a universe, but that's the eternal age. By the way, for the information of others, if my camera does not show it, please show Sister Yang the eternal age and the millennium. So others will have an idea. For the camera, just content with my drawing. This is the millennium. Revelation chapter 10. The mighty angel is a Christophany. It represents Christ. When we say Christophany, their angels represents Him. The archangels represent Christ. Example, Christ and 7 men on earth parallels Gabriel and Michael as the archangel, and 7 angels before the throne of God. I hope you see it. Let me write it here. Christ and 7 men, messengers, parallels the archangel, Michael or Gabriel, the archangel, the mighty angel. Where can you read that? Daniel 12:1. Of course, it's for the benefit, please blow it up. For the benefit of for those sitting. but for the camera viewers only. My camera has no capability to shoot that. So, the 7 angels before the throne of God are in heaven. These are the 7 thunders. Where do you read the 7 thunders? Revelation chapter 10. In Revelation chapter 10, Christ to the angel was coming down. Now let me explain why there's an angel. Before the end comes, when will Christ come down? In the middle? 1963? Or the end of the tribulation? When will the 7th angel sound? 1963? Or at the end of the tribulation? The end. So if it sounds at the end, that's Christ himself. But before Christ sounds, there is Gabriel in the church ages. He delivers the message. He's in the communication and transportation department. In the tribulation period, there's Michael, Daniel 12:1, the great prince. This Michael, as an archangel, will defend Israel during the tribulation period, during the final war for the control of this earth. And in the last part, when Christ comes down, you can imagine Revelation 10 taking place. Now, don't imagine Revelation 10 only applying to the end part. Imagine the whole church age as Christ coming down. Did Christ come down physically in the first coming? Yes. As a messenger, as a prophet, as a lamb. When he went up, he became a high priest. When he's going to come down again, he will be king. He will be claiming the throne. He will be claiming the kingdom reserved for him. That's the universal claim. When he set foot, open up Revelation 10. Look for the verse. He set his right foot, left foot on the earth and on the sea. That's universal claim. Some have explained the earth as Israel and the sea as other Gentile nations. Some have explained the earth as the old world and the new world. Everything's fine for me. What is important is it's a universal claim. No one disputes that. So when he comes down, 7 thunders utters their voices. Let me share something about the thunders. When the thunders uttered in the ages, through 7 ages through 7 men, they claim the bride. They seal the bride. Amen. In every age. Now in the end time, the last part, 7 literal angels from heaven will blow trumpets of judgments. Are there trumpet judgments on earth? There is, but it is an uncertain sound. But during the tribulation period, when he blows the trumpet with an uncertain sound, it is close to the claiming part. The claiming part of the earth is because the whole earth will experience a dreadful day, a tribulation, such as was not since ever there was ever time. Please write this down. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21 and 22. Revelation chapter 16, verse 18. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. Look for the common keywords. You should be doing that at home. You should be doing that during break time. Okay? And try to do it right now. As much as you can. So, what is that? That's the claim. After he claims the millennium, there will be another claim for the eternal age, but that will not be my subject anymore. Let's focus here. Revelation 10 is not a singular event. It's spread out from the first coming of Christ, I call that Alpha, and the second coming of Christ, Omega. It is wrong to put Alpha and Omega in the church age, like 33 to 53 is Alpha, 63 to rapture is Omega. That is a man-made doctrine. It goes against even the prophet statements. So someone should correct some brethren that are teaching that Alpha and Omega. Here. Now Alpha and Omega is first and second coming of Christ. And within that is his claim. The claim for this world. We are living within that time period. We are living within that time period. Daniel chapter 9 verse 27. That's the last week of Daniel. Open up. Take note. What was the promise in verse 24? The whole world will be reconciled. Did you notice that? Look at verse 24. Two, 7 things are determined for the reconciliation for iniquity, to anoint the most holy, to make an end for sins. That is universal claim. And let me tell you, that promise was for Israel. Now, how did the Gentiles get involved? Because the Gentiles conquered the rest of the world. Israel just occupies a small piece of land. It's because the Gentiles will be made partakers of the promise to Israel. So, look at this. When he died, the time was cut. The prophet taught in his sermon 70 weeks. The 69th week did not stop its clock. It will resume only when Israel is reawakened, revived. So between the time that Israel was blinded and Israel will be revived, the fullness of the Gentiles comes in. Not just the number of Gentiles that will be saved, not mainly that, but the fullness of revelation that will be manifested in the bride. There are Jews here. There are Israelites here. Because it's all nations. God will take from all nations, not just one race of people, as others are, right, focused on the race. So, this universal claim from every nation, they are representatives from every nation. Revelation chapter 7. All nations have their representatives, including the 12 tribes. They have a representation in the bride, in the church. When I say the bride in the church, remember the prophet was mentioning the church on earth while there's still tribulation. Let me say, he also calls those that are left behind as the church. Those that will be taken away, and those that will be left behind and will be taken up later. They're still part of the church. It includes the Old Testament saints. All Old Testament saints that went up. 3 minutes to go. All New Testament saints that went up, and all tribulation saints that went up, they will be in their glorified body state. They will rule and reign with Christ for 1,000 years. That's Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. When they rule and reign with Christ for 1,000 years, that's the universal claim. That's the promise made to Adam. But this time it's not the person Adam, but Jesus Christ as Adam and Eve as the bride church, reigning with him. It's a type. So, Revelation chapter 10, if you read continuously, that is what most teach about universal claim. Not just starting from Brother Branham, although he expanded it. It started from Larkins. Okay? Did it start even before Larkins? Maybe. But Brother Branham was instrumental by God to expand it further, to make it more known to the world. Because denominations normally do not research these things. They are not focused on these things. So the prophet was used by God. Those that were initially revealed to earlier scholars, he made it known among the church. How many minutes to go? Huh? 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay. So what more did I mention? By the way, the little book, you can also read in Zechariah chapter 5, Ezekiel chapter 1, 2, or 3. 3, maybe 3. What is that? It's a scroll of judgment. So it gives you a bigger picture. And that is part of the universal claim. When God will redeem Israel, He will redeem the whole world at the same time. While He's redeeming the church, Israel is blind. Churches supporting Israel right now are also blind because they don't understand that Israel right now is in rebellion against God. They do not yet accept Jesus Christ as a whole. They're just using the churches to support their Palestinian claim. But in the end time, during the two prophet ministry, 144,000 ministry, they will be revived, they will be opened up. And at the same time, the whole earth will be redeemed through tribulation, through hardship, through purging. Okay, God bless. Okay, so sino po ang merong Pastor, 10 minutes po ang another view.